Hey friends, welcome back to Millennial Realtor Monday. Yay, yay. So we are back, guys. Sorry, I kind of took a 2-week break, but I think that's going to be the only 2 weeks that I skip in 2021. Hold me accountable. You will be getting videos from me each and every week. But this week we are talking about the blueprint in winning an offer during a seller's market, which that is exactly what we're in right now. So make sure you stay to the very end so you get all the tips and tricks that I'll be giving you to win an offer when buying in this seller's market. But before we jump into that, I am Keyra Ford. My channel talks about real estate tips and tricks, dance fitness go-tos, and much, much more. Now let's get right into it. So the blueprint of winning an offer during a seller's market, I'm gonna give you 3 categories. We're gonna do low risk, medium risk, and high risk. So let's start off with the low risk. So when it comes to having the low risk, which we're gonna start with that one first. So this is gonna be the category where you don't have to put any money. So it's the lowest risk. You're not gonna be paying anything to try to win the offer. So the first thing is you wanna have a shorter option period, maybe a shorter contingent period as well. You also wanna think about getting in your offer immediately. So when it hits the market, you go look at it immediately and get it in. Also, another thing that has helped my clients is love letters. Well, it's not really a love letter, but it's a letter that's just saying how much you love the house and what you intend to do when moving into this house. So they have that empathy, they have that emotion behind it. So the seller can read that and say, I like this person because they're gonna be raising a family here, and we've raised our family here for 28 years. So that's another thing that will help when it comes to the low risk making offers and trying to win it in a seller's market, okay? The second category is the medium risk when it comes to, winning an offer in a seller's market. So first off, you can always do an appraisal cap. An appraisal cap is when you're saying if the home, doesn't appraise at this amount, we're willing to pay this additional money over what it appraised for. So that's a big thing that a lot of clients have done. And it does cost you money on the back end. So that's why it's more on the medium risk. Another thing you can do is you can make an elevation clause where it's like, okay, so if I put in my offer first and I see that there's gonna be multiple offers, because usually in the seller's market, there's multiple offers, my offer can exceed to this amount. And that's something that I would put into either an amendment, or that's something that I would put into the contract itself. So that's another way that is a medium risk that will help you win an offer in the seller's market. And going on to the last category, which is the high risk. This is where money is involved. So medium and high is when money is involved. That low risk is when there's no money involved. So when it comes to the high risk, that is when you are, you love this house and you're like, oh gosh, I really want this, Keyra. Let's do what all we can to win this house. So that is when you want to bring out the big guns, I guess you could say. Boom, boom. So, sorry, it's snowing in Texas and my nose is dripping. Sorry about that. So high risk is when you are like waiving your appraisal amendment, which is saying like if it appraises under the amount that you offer, you're willing to pay the difference. And that is typically where you will lose a lot of money, because let's just say you put in the offer. First off, the listing price was $230 and you put in an offer for $250. It appraises at $245. You would have to come out of pocket $5,000 additional to your down payment and closing costs. So it can get a little costly. Another way to win an offer in a seller's market is you can waive your inspection option period, which means that like you can get an inspection. It's just if you wanted repairs and you wanted to terminate the contract because of the repairs that you saw, the inspection that you got, you wouldn't have that option to terminate because you waived your option period. So I never really advise to waive the option period because, when you get that inspector out and you get this house, and if it's not exactly what you want, and they're not willing to make any repairs, you kind of are just stuck. Another thing to really win a offer in a seller's market is to waive your either waive your finance contingency or make it very short. Just because the shorter it is, the more secure that seller knows you are with your funds in buying the home. So those are the 3 categories that I would say really look at when making an offer to win it in a seller's market. So like I said, the low risk is, have a shorter option period, maybe do a temporary lease back to see if the seller is still trying to find their house and they haven't found it yet. You're willing to give them a temporary lease for them to stay in the home until they can find it. The medium risk is, to do I guess it's an amendment where we can make it where we made this offer, but if multiple offers come in, we'll exceed to this amount. That's another way for medium risk. And then and then you can also do an appraisal cap with the medium risk, because you're losing a little bit money, but you're not just saying you waived it completely. And then it takes us to the high risk, which is you waive your your appraisal amendment, you waive your finance contingency or shorten it. You don't have an option period. So those are the things that will really, they're high risk, because if you don't have an option period, you'll lose your earnest money if you decide to terminate. So I hope this brings you some knowledge. I hope this helps you win thinking about making an offer and making it competitive and wanting to win. This is the blueprint on how to make it, how for us agents to help you win the home of your dreams. Okay, guys? And my mission. My mission is to help millennials and first-time home buyers create generational wealth by buying homes. And I'm all about, making those moves, even if it's dance moves or real estate moves. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're moving to Dallas, Texas, I'd be more than happy to be your agent and lead you in this process. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time. Mwah, mwah.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.